Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to check out an interesting product, and I don't really know why it exists, but anyways, it's an interesting product and I thought, maybe I could talk a little bit about it. So it's this product right here. It's called the Logitech Cloud, and this device seems to be a handheld gaming device from the looks of it. I'm not sure like who this is for entirely, because like at first I thought, oh okay, Logitech built their own handheld gaming PC like the Steam Deck, when I saw pictures of this thing initially. But now that I went to the product page, I see that it's nothing like, it's not really anything like the Steam Deck except for its form factor. Like if you look at the actual specs, you see that it's using a Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G and 64 gigs of RAM, a 1920 by 1080p display. It's an IPS display, 450 nits, 7-inch display, which is the same size display as the Steam Deck, I believe, and it's got a 60 Hz refresh rate. Now it's using Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 5.1 and stuff like that. But essentially what this is, it's just a budget Android smartphone that has some controllers attached to the side. If you go down to the system requirements, it says Android 11 with Google Mobile Services. So it's literally running Android, and it has an entry-level Snapdragon like CPU inside of it. So it's pretty much a phone with just some controllers attached to it, I guess you could say. It's a phone. It's basically an Android phone, but without the actual mobile antennas. I'm assuming I don't think it has a SIM card slot or anything like that. From what I've seen, it's only got a micro SD card slot. So I don't know, it's weird because it's like, this is basically an Android phone, and the way they're advertising it, like, oh, it's it's a handheld gaming device, and they can say that because they're using cloud gaming on this device, which is something that you can do on any device, because the game isn't running on your end, it's running on like a server somewhere, and it's being streamed to your device over your internet. Now the quality of the stream and how much lag there is when you're playing will depend on your internet connection and the package that you went with when you picked the subscription. But it's essentially something that you can do on like any device pretty much that can connect to the internet. Like you can do on your laptop, your PC, your phone, your tablet, anything. So I don't know why this thing really exists, because like, yeah, it's cool, like it's got built-in controls. That's something your phone doesn't have, but you can just connect and like an Xbox controller to your phone. Or you could buy one of these. It's called the GameSir X2 Pro. It's an officially licensed controller by Xbox, and it just connects to your phone like this. The connection point is a Type-C port, so it's not connected by Bluetooth. It's actually hardwired into your phone. So there's not going to be any delay or anything like that. You don't have to worry about any kind of delay or latency or anything like that. It's going to work really well. You could just buy one of these, which is only 68 British pounds. But the thing is, most people already have a pretty decent phone, and you don't even need like a good phone with like a good CPU. You just need a phone that has good Wi-Fi antennas on the device, where you have a stable Wi-Fi connection like on the device, and that's it. You don't really need a good CPU or anything like that, because all the processing for when you're playing the game is handled on the server, and it's not running on your phone. So you just need a phone that has a good stable internet connection and is fairly up to date, and that's it. You can just buy one of these controllers, connect it to your phone, and use Game Pass or GeForce Now or anything else, and it's only going to cost you £68. Whereas this device right here, which is probably going to be inferior to your phone in terms of specifications, because most people have pretty decent phones nowadays. I mean, not everybody has a good phone, but anybody who has this much money to splash on a freaking handheld cloud gaming device definitely probably has at least a decent phone in their pocket, you know. So, you know, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not trying to discriminate or looking at the world from a elitist point of view or anything like that, but I'm just saying anybody who's got this much money to splash on a cloud gaming device, you know, probably has a decent phone already in their pocket. So I don't know, this is a bit of a weird product because I don't know who it's for. Don't get me wrong, this doesn't look like a bad product. I think it's actually like pretty decent. The ergonomics look good, the button placement, you know, looks good. I like the layout. It's got a 7-inch IPS display. Yeah, it's not OLED, and most phones have OLED displays nowadays. Even the entry-level budget phones have OLED displays nowadays, but still IPS is still very serviceable. So I don't think this is a bad product. It's just that price is a bit too high, and I think Logitech knows it because it's not even like officially out yet. Like you can pre-order it and they've already put the price down to $299 from $350, which was the original price. So I don't know what they're thinking. Like, and even still, like $299 is a bit too high for what this thing is capable of. Personally, I just think it's a bit too high. I feel like if they were going to sell a device like this with these specs and it was primarily made for, you know, cloud gaming, hence why it's called the Logitech Cloud, I feel like since pretty much any device for the most part, like your phone, your tablet, your laptop, your PC, is able to, you know, do cloud gaming, and all you need is, you know, an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller just connected to it via Bluetooth or even just wired into it. You know, I feel like this is a device that like nobody's really asking for, simply because you can cloud game on, you know, any one of your computing devices that you already have around that have, you know, a good stable internet connection. So I don't know, I feel like if I don't think this is a bad thing, don't get me wrong. Like I'm glad that Logitech is getting into the handheld gaming, you know, community, but I think what's happened here is that Logitech saw the waves that the Steam Deck, you know, started to produce, like in the gaming community as a whole. And, you know, as a result, the Steam Deck sold a bunch of units. And I think Logitech noticed after the insanely positive reception that the Steam Deck got, I think Logitech knew that, like, okay, this is clearly a market that wants, you know, more options and whatnot. And so they saw a piece of the pie and they wanted a piece of the pie. So I feel like they haphazardly sort of just put this thing out. Because I don't know, man, this just... It just, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense like why anybody would buy this. I'll be honest with you, I just don't understand why anybody would buy this, because you can cloud game on anything. You don't need one of these devices to do cloud gaming, honestly. And on top of that, this device is not cheap. Like, I don't understand why it's so expensive for what it is. Like, it's okay that they released this product. I don't have a problem with it inherently. I think it's a pretty decent product. It's just that the price is a bit too high. If it came in at, I don't know, $199, I feel like it would have been acceptable, because $199, you know, for a device like this is way more, I don't know, I feel like it's much more of an appropriate price point. But like $349, are you serious? Like, why? Like, why? It's like, it's weaker than the average phone. Like at $349, you could get phones that have more powerful, you know, processors and like better looking screens than this thing has, and they will also be able to do all the cloud gaming, you know, things that this device can do. So I just don't, this device just doesn't make much sense to me. I just don't understand what they were thinking. I mean, the device itself isn't bad, it's just the price point doesn't make any sense, because you're paying more for something that does less. It's like you could get a phone for less money than this device that does all the same thing that this device can do, and is more powerful and is more capable because of the fact that it's a phone and it can do more than just, you know, play games. So it's like, I don't know, this price point doesn't make any sense. I feel like if it came in at $199 and that was the actual retail MSRP, then it would be way more acceptable. Just because like at $199 having these specs is, yeah, that's fine. Right, for example, you can buy the OnePlus Nord CE 5G on Amazon right now. It's going for about 250 British pounds, and it's got 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage, and it comes with, you know, 2-year warranty included. And you know, you might be thinking, well, you know, I mean, this is a phone, it doesn't have any physical controls. Don't worry, I've got a solution for that. But the point you need to understand is that this phone has a better CPU and screen than the Logitech Cloud has. So this phone right here has a Snapdragon 750G, whereas the Logitech Cloud is using a Snapdragon 720G. So it's got a better CPU and it's got an OLED 90Hz display on it, whereas the Logitech Cloud has an IPS 60Hz display on it. So like for gaming, this device is just going to be better. It's like, yes, most of the processing is handled on the server side when you're cloud gaming. It's why you can, you know, it's why cloud gaming is so appealing to so many people. So it's because they can play their favorite games on like any device pretty much. But the thing is, you can buy this phone for less money than the Logitech Cloud, and it's capable of everything that the Logitech Cloud is capable of, and it can do it better because it's got a better CPU and a nice display. And if your complaint is that, well, you want physical, you know, controls on your device, you could, like I said, you can get this device. You can get the GameSir X2 Pro, connect it to like something like this, a OnePlus Nord CE, and you're good to go. You're set, you know. And you might be saying, well, in total, this costs more than the Logitech Cloud cost. And yes, you're right, it does cost more than the Logitech Cloud cost, but you know what? You'd probably get a better experience than you would with the Logitech Cloud. That being said, you got to keep in mind that anybody who would go out their way to pay this much money for a cloud gaming handheld, right, probably already has a good phone like in their pocket. And if they do have a good phone already in their pocket, they should just buy one of these, you know, save themselves like $300 and just go buy one of these GameSir X2s. And like the X2 controller, it comes in both Type-C and Lightning ports, so both Android and, you know, iPhone users, Apple iOS users, you know, can, you know, use this device and play whatever they want to play. You can get one of these devices and you will be able to have a pretty good time. Now, you know, I don't know, like, I don't know, like I said, I don't think the Logitech Cloud is a bad device. I just think that it's overpriced, and I don't know who the audience would be that would want something like this. Because let's be honest here for a second, right? The only possible target market that I could think of that would possibly get one of these are like children, right? So adults might buy it for their kids. But here's the thing, right? If you're buying it for a child who isn't old enough to have a phone yet, then at that point, do you really want them playing like Xbox games? I mean, and games, you know, from GeForce Now and stuff like that. Those are usually titles that are like, you know, 18 plus and, you know, whatnot. Like, they're not Peggy 3 or anything like that. You'd be better off going with a Nintendo Switch, you know, for a child, like a Switch Lite or something like that. So, and you'd also save, you know, like $100 by going with a Switch Lite. So I don't know, this device just doesn't, like, the price point of this device just doesn't make any sense. And I don't know what Logitech was thinking when they priced this device at $350. I mean, that's literally just, that's like $50 shy of costing the same amount of money as the Steam Deck. And I don't know why you wouldn't just go and buy the Steam Deck rather than buying this device. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Who do you think this device is for? And do you guys agree with the price point? Personally, I don't. I think Logitech should have priced it at $199 rather than $349. This has been kind of a short video, but you know, I just had to mention it just because it was weird to see that price point for a device like that, and I just thought that, you know, it'd be worth talking about. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a nice day. See you another time.